Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I'll talk about how God rewards massive effort. Today I saw a video from an individual who's been posting videos every day for about 7 months. And now this is not a criticism. Please hear out this whole thing I'm going to say. Many of their videos, matter of fact, the vast majority of them have 0 views. And I'm not going to mention their name here or anything like that because it's not calling them out or anything. I think it's great. I think what they're doing is great. They're putting things out there. They're active and they don't care about the results. This is a very interesting approach to life. When you rise above the world and living like the world, the results don't matter because you know in the end it's going to all work out for your good. And so you're not going to stop doing the massive effort you're doing because the results aren't showing right now. Many people don't ever learn this about seed time and harvest. They just want things now. In this culture, especially today, with the internet and everything just at your fingertips, many times people just want things now and they give up so quickly. They have no perseverance. And we should never be in that lot. I like what this person is doing. I like the fact they're just going for it. They're just not giving up and not giving in. They're just not relenting in the least. And the last video they posted was 2 hours ago. They're still posting, and God's going to reward that. I'm more impressed with that kind of stuff than I am with the person with 100 million views on a video. And I'm glad that person doesn't have anyone in their ear telling them to quit or just give it up. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they just say no and just don't give in. But whatever's going on there, they're continuing to push forward with massive effort. And that's a very rare trait today. And it's a very good trait. It's a godly trait. Do not let people tell you, oh, your effort's in vain. You might as well just give up. You've been putting all that effort in. Look, nobody's even watching your videos. Just give up. Nobody's buying your product. Nobody's buying your service. Whatever. Don't listen to people like that. There are lots of dream stealers out there. Lots of people who are producing themselves and they want to go out and drag other people into the gutter with them. They want to drag other people into the ditch. They're not even the gutter. They're below the gutter. They're in the ditch. And they're they see somebody walking by on the road to success and they're reaching for their ankles, grabbing for them to try to pull them down. Don't let yourself get trapped in that rut, in that ditch that those people are in. And that's the vast majority of people. The narrow road is fairly untraveled. There's not a lot of people on it. There's a lot of people in the ditches on either side trying to drag you into the ditch in this nonsense. And, you might as well give up. It's not working right now. Or, you put in some effort, but obviously God's not going to bless it. And just whatever nonsense people will tell each other. I want you to know that God rewards massive effort. If you put in the effort and you continue and you persevere, God rewards that. We do not live in a world where God does not reward effort. Unfortunately, many people give up right before they're about to get the blessing. The proverbial 3 feet away from gold, they turn around and stop digging when they're just about to hit the gold. You think about the natural world that God created. A seed falls in the ground. It gets buried just right. It gets some water. What does it do? It has to put some effort in, and it starts sprouting some roots. Then it starts growing up, and it breaks the soil. There's effort involved, but that effort is required to get to the end result of that farmer getting that harvest. And many people give up right before it even sprouts out of the surface. The root system just getting started, it's about to sprout, and then bam, they give up. And this individual, like I was mentioning about making the videos for 7 months, many of them, I'm talking about 90% of them has 0 views. They're not giving up. They're just continuing to push forward, putting the stuff they want out there into the world to bless people. And that's awesome. That's amazing. And that's where people need to have their minds. Where you're not focused on results. It doesn't mean you don't want good results, of course. It doesn't mean you're foolish or ignorant and you don't measure anything and you don't check your sales or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying the results do not deter you from doing what you're going to do. The Lord leads you to do something, you do it. Results, who cares? Because you don't know what's going on. Maybe that individual quits 7 months in of making their videos. Maybe the view counts were off. Maybe they had hundreds of views. Who knows? But if they gave up right before they're about to hit the gold, right before they're about to start getting a manifestation and a harvest, all that effort goes in vain. All that effort is thrown away. And that should not be you, my friend. Listen, God is good and He rewards effort. And if you've been putting effort in and day out, don't give up. And don't let someone tell you, well, you might as well give up. No one's buying your product, or no one's buying your service, or no one's hiring you, or whatever. Don't listen to that kind of stuff. There are people, even well-meaning people, who will try to talk you out of your dreams. They'll try to talk you out of the goodness of God. They'll try to talk you into doubt and unbelief. They are the people dragging you into the ditch. But in the end, it's your choice to go into the ditch with them. You can stay walking down the narrow path, doing the things you need to do, regardless of the results, because you know that in the end, the results will come. In the end, you're going to be rewarded massively for your massive effort. We do not live in a universe where God does not reward effort. We do not live in a universe where effortless is somehow virtuous. Now, there are times where God just blesses and just some blessings get through and you stop resisting them and it seems effortless. No question about it. But in most cases, you're going to have to put forth some effort, and that's a good thing. This life would be so boring if there's nothing to do. If all you did is sit around and watch movies and TV shows and play video games and read magazines and comics and play video games and scroll social media and all the useless entertainment that people are so caught up in today, that's no life. That's why all these people that are doing all those things, so many of them are on antidepressants, or they drink and do drugs because they're trying to cope with their miserable lives, thinking that these things that they're doing, all these entertainment forms, is what they're living for and is enjoyable, but they still need all this stuff to cope with it, all these drugs and pills and counselors and all this nonsense. My friend, God is good. And if you will put forth massive effort, God will reward you. And I want you to be like that person who's over 200 videos in, most of them with 0 views, and they're not quitting because they have a goal in mind. They have something they're going to accomplish, and they're not going to let results get in the way of that, because they know the results are going to come one way or the other. They are going to be rewarded for that effort. And you need to be in the same position where you're not worried about results. Doesn't mean you don't want good results. It just means the results do not affect your actions. The results do not make you do less. The results do not make you quit and give up and cower in fear and be like so many people today who don't accomplish much of anything. That's not you, my friend. Do not let anyone talk you out of your dreams. Continue to move forward. Continue each and every day another step closer to your goal, and watch as you are rewarded mightily for your massive effort. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.